Well, hello everyone and welcome to Boti Byteland Overclocked. Today is the 15th of September and the game just came out, released today. I had a couple of days of early access, so I've been playing through it. I've been having a great time. I did run into a couple of bugs and issues that happened, but they've all been fixed now. But unfortunately, a lot of the content I created for the earlier levels and everything, I can't use those because of some issues. But so I'm gonna run around the hub and then I'll tackle the final level, and then just kind of talk about the game as I play. I do highly recommend it. I'll start off right off the bat saying that I really did enjoy this game. It's been a lot of fun. There's been some frustrations with some of the level design. Just trying to figure out where I'm going, what I'm doing. Because you get so used to things being kind of right in front of you that you kind of miss out on the things that are up top that you have to kind of start paying attention for. But once you kind of get the hang of that and just remember to kind of look around everywhere, you're less likely to run into any issues like that. This sliding mechanism is something that you see in a lot of the levels, and it's really fun. It's like a little... It's almost like a little mini game attached to the levels as you're doing. I do wish it would have you go a bit faster. There are some speed boosts, but they don't really do enough to really kind of, I guess, give you that real sense of speed. But you can do those here at the hub once you've unlocked them, which also gives you access to gaining more bike coins, which are these up here, which I don't think I can...
Bot coins in the vicinity.
Never mind, I can get it. But you can use these bot coins to unlock certain things for yourself. You can use it to buy these areas here in the hub. So that if you want to go just do some, extra stuff, the hub basically gives you access to all the levels that you've played, and you can always go back and play the level again. You can use those bot coins and the bytes, or megabytes, or whatever they are, to come and basically buy new stuff. So that when you come back here, you can look around. And you can also collect stuff too, which is really cool. And it's just a lot of fun. There's also a lot of costumes you can get. I guess I haven't gotten any trophies? Oh man, that's kind of sad. So as you progress through a level, you will find, the megabytes. You're going to find a lot of other things if you go off the beaten path and explore, and you can find a lot of things that you're going to be able to use to, make the hub a little bit more lively, do a little bit more stuff with it. Some of the earlier levels, I got like a 4-star, 2-star, and it's been getting like mostly 1-stars, just because I haven't gone and collected every single thing that you could find in a level. But again, like I said, you can always go back to it, and that's like the important thing. Yeah, I do like the hub. I think the hub is really cool, being able to come in here and just kind of admire the world of Byteland. For being inside of a computer, there's a lot going on, and it's really cool to look at, and it's quite a lot of fun to just kind of go through the different levels and experience all it has to offer, because it has a lot of variety, which is really nice.
Your moves are so cool, Boti. Don't you wish you had moves like that, Zero?
I'm content with the code I was given.
So we're going to head into the final level, which I don't know if it's going to go straight into just a boss battle, or if there's going to actually be some, level stuff to do, so we will certainly see.
Are you okay, Boti?
Well, our track card is completely corrupted. We'll need to find another ride home.
That other one must be Carl's.
Come on, let's get searching.
So every level that you go through is actually themed on a certain type of the computer. You have a spot where you're, going into the graphics card, and that was really cool. It kind of made me feel like the cooling system for the graphics card was absolutely destroyed and leaking everywhere, which I thought was really cool. I think the level design, for the most part, has been pretty top-notch. For me personally...
I made it! That was touch and go for a tick or two. You bots come back from here in one chunk. And I get there? Must be careful. Yes, come on. Set up, clear out, then on to the disc. Ready for installation.
Anyway, the hitting everything that will hurt me right now. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. I've lost my complete train of thought. But I'll just move on with that. You've got a lot of little things happening on in the game that kind of really help tell the story. So, for example, you have like these people, these little bots that you're going to run into throughout the game. And they tell you a little bit about the world of Byteland. They give you a little bit of input towards the actual story. Not a ton. To an extent, they're not necessarily that useful for giving you information. But
how did we get so far behind that bot?
Occasionally they will tell you quite a bit of stuff.
The primary site of the power supply unit has got to be even more dangerous than the secondary side.
And of course you also have 0 and 1, which are your basically traveling companions. They come and they fly around with you the entire game. They talk about things that you see in the environment, and they also have some quips or one-liners. The one-liners kind of get old after a while. At first I was like, oh yeah, I'm never going to get over these. Then the more I played, the more I started to reach this point where I just wanted them to stop talking, because I didn't need them to...
We're getting closer to that big part. Maybe Colonel's heading there.
If we end up there, we need to be careful. It's clearly got a lot of power coursing through it.
Anyway, I didn't need them to constantly tell me that I messed up, or, you know, give me a nonchalant, there's a, you know, a cache somewhere, without any real sense of direction. That it's like, okay, there is a cache somewhere around me, but I have no idea exactly where it is. That's really like a minor complaint. It's not a big deal. And I like these little track races. These races that I've been doing are not races, but the track, whatever you want to call these, the track slides.
How about a reslide, Boti?
They're probably one of my favorite parts of the game, just because they're pretty entertaining by themselves. Then you get to these little areas where you have to like put stuff.
Actually burst, you know.
Yeah. So if you were looking for the cache and you don't know where it is, you can use the scanner, which I can show you in a second when I get somewhere a little bit safer. So the scanner, I haven't really upgraded the scanner that much because I don't really use it a whole bunch. But the scanner is actually really good in finding the cache if you use it, and as well as showing you the enemies and just kind of different things if you're not really sure where to go, or stuff you want to look at. And that's pretty cool. It's a nice little addition. Back at the hub, there is a way to upgrade a lot of your stuff. That's why I have so much health. I don't know if I can jump to this. I can. This is it, fellow bots. Caching time. Alright, this guy's catching the worm bots, which is cool.
There's a cache nearby. Might be worth opening.
Yeah, so if I didn't know where it is, that's when I'd go to the scanner and just push it, open it up, and there we go. So you can find it with green. So that's a pretty useful aspect of the game, or little mechanic that I guess I forgot about it a lot because I don't use it much.
It's done. It's finally done. We'll get the power we truly need. There's a brave new Byteland on the horizon. Goodbye, bells and whistles. We're almost there.
So those little chips, or whatever you want to call them, that you pick up, that's like been probably one of the biggest ways that the story kind of unfolds. And I think they're done really well. I really like them. I mean, they're all kind of placed in like an area that feels like you're not gonna miss them. I mean, I haven't gotten all of them. There's definitely been some I've missed, but they're done pretty good. And also, you've got these that you're gonna run into, and they can be sometimes a little bit hard to find. And you know, that little yellow is, I think, easily misidentified with some other things. But you get to change your skins. The skins just look cool, so you don't have to change into them. run into a couple of different... I basically just wear every new one I find just for
Hey,
fun.
look, it's Colonel.
Outnumbered by guard bots. Clear the way, Boti.
There's one I ran into earlier today that was a... Well, not today, but there's one I ran into during my gameplay that was basically Batman, and that was pretty cool. And you also got like a superhero outfit. I mean, you really have a lot of different outfits that all look really good. All the skins are really nicely designed.
Hey, stop.
What? Get out of my way.
Not before you explain yourself.
There's no time for babbling. Oh, fine. I've just been improving our system. Less power, greater efficiency. You went to the graphics card. You saw all that power wasted on glittering trifles.
You helped build a bot coin mine there that uses more power, not less.
Exactly. The overclocking would fry the graphics card in no time. And then, no more dedicated graphics processing at all. Ha! Brute force was easier for the RAM. I just bashed up some pins beyond repair.
And what about the network adapter?
That was trickier. They're vigilant there. I needed help.
Boti.
Yes, our all-singing, all-dancing new courier. The perfect candidate. We overclocked the system, which distracted every bot, and started slow-cooking the graphics card. That gave me time to take down the firewall and install the capper to lower the internet speed. Then I came here. The new system would need less electrical power, something like our standby mode. I set things up to stop the flow of high-voltage power forever. I was on my way to my next destination, the hard drive, when you got in my way. I was ready to go there and install some new software, or rather old software, a command line interface for our operating system. None of that graphical nonsense.
But why? Why do all of this?
You don't remember when things were better. The more power we got, the more we wasted. Flashy games, nonsense on the internet. When was the last time our user even opened a word processor? We can't change our parts for old ones, but we can make our system run like the old days. Lower power with no excess waste on rubbish. It was going to be wonderful, but you ruined everything.
You can't make changes that affect every bot without asking. It's wrong.
And the danger you caused? Bugs, viruses, glitches?
No, I didn't plan that. And what does it matter now anyway? You've reversed all my good work, so I need to make sure we don't lose full power. A current system can't run on standby power alone. It could be the end of us all.
We'll stop it. Tell us how.
We don't have much time. If you want to help, we go together.
Huh? Working with you? Are you glitching?
Look, perhaps you don't like my methods, but I was making things better. Are you coming or not?
We don't know what's over there. We could need Colonel's help.
Follow me.
Are you ready, Boti? Colonel's plan was crackpot. Could Byteland even run on standby power?
Apparently Colonel thinks so. I don't think any bot could know without trying.
I'm actually glad we went that way with the ending. Well, not the ending, but, you know, to really further define Colonel Bot as the bad guy. Well, with him being the bad guy, but actually giving him a little bit more story and a pretty, you know, decent reason for why that, you know, everything's been going on, why he did what he did. It's,
Here they come! You can take them.
His heart was in the right place. His actions were just a little bit on the negative side. They just had a lot of really,
Nice
really,
one, Boti. They won't be bothering any bot again.
really awful
Goodness for that.
Drat.
implications
This
and things
goes
of.
tight. Boti, if you can see any switches or buttons, hit them. And don't waste any time.
Waste time? When do we waste time?
So for the pinball stuff, I have to say this is probably like one of the kind of puzzle aspects that I haven't been a huge fan of, just because it just feels like
I don't understand Colonel's botcoin mine.
there's not a lot of
Who would
speed
enrich
involved
some
with
bot
it
like good
that I would think there would
Botcoin
be.
would have probably been worthless in the new Byteland.
It won't crash now. I guess he didn't even consider his plan failing.
That's it, Boti. What next?
No. Looks like we go this way, but gotta get some of these.
Here they come! You can take them.
Listen, there's a connection up ahead. It carries the signal for turning the main power on or off. I set up a device to sever that connection. You must deactivate it. I'll go ahead and guide you.
I like that this final level is kind of giving you a good example of everything you would experience during the game. I mean, everything that I've run into here, I've been prepared for because I've done it in one of the previous levels, at least so far. And that's good. It means that the progression has really kind of led up to preparing me for, you know, the final battle, the last level, the final chapter, if you will.
Bots, the device is in the center of this large node. You must press 3 switches to unblock it. Then you can deactivate it.
And I guess you'll just stand there and watch us clear up your mess, huh?
Yep, because in Byteland, bots for the most part will not help each other. They will pretty much only do stuff that is their job. Which, you know, it makes sense. I completely can understand, but it is kind of silly at times where you're looking around, it's like, wow, this bot could have probably have done something, but they chose to do nothing. And that's kind of why we're in the situation we are. It is very possible to occasionally walk off the edge.
That must have hurt.
Which, you know, I haven't done too often, but occasionally it happens just because a little mixture of the camera angle and then just not really being 100% sure if you're like right on the edge or not.
Ew, glitches are gross.
But it's something that happens so rarely that it's not something I think most people are going to run into too often, so it's really not a big deal. Oh, if only all 3 switches could be so easy to reach. During my time playing this, I've come up with like 2 conclusions of the games that it reminds me of the most. One of the first games it reminds me of is Astro on the PlayStation, because even though you are not in a virtual reality environment, a lot of the feeling of the game, being a little robot and doing a lot of stuff in a computer and just kind of the exploration, it reminds me of Astro.
The device
And then
is unblocked.
Crash Bandicoot.
Now we need to deactivate it somehow.
See that bin? Check it in.
I guess that works.
Okay. Go dump this off the edge, I guess. But yeah, with the way that you break blocks and stuff like that, that's what reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. And some of the levels with just your interest on speed and trying to run through certain areas.
Okay, you did it. Keep moving
Good
ahead.
analogy, or good simile, or whatever the right word would be at this time.
I'm up here. Help drag me through.
What? Come and drag yourself. Boti's not your workhorse.
I'm not going down there. I can't outrun those hostile bots.
Try to use hooking, Boti.
I can't believe we're doing this. to him, Boti.
Combat, I think would be maybe a little bit better. Like
Colonel,
it's not
what
that
was
the
going
combat
to
is
happen
bad.
with that
I
device
just
we
would.
stopped?
Well, when a
Could be-
particular signal passed through,
These guys are talking.
it would have severed the data connection. Then no more soft switch to turn on the main power. Only I knew that signal, but we couldn't risk some bot sending it by chance.
That's terrible.
It was rather ingenious.
But anyway, for combat, because it's mostly just pretty much you have two major ways of attacking. One of them is to just the normal attack that I'm doing there, where it's just
Yeah,
You know,
that showed him.
hitting
I'm
things with
glad
these,
that's over.
I don't know, boxing things that pop up. And then you have like the drop that you can do, which is really useful against certain types of enemies, like the little green things that keep getting attached to me. It's really useful for getting rid of those, but still it just feels like there could be a little bit more combat-wise.
Where are we going?
To the switching transistor. I was going to fry it.
Why? Wasn't it enough to break the soft switch?
I didn't want any bot to restore the main power. In case one method failed, I needed a backup.
Well, open the door, Colonel, so that we can go on our journey. Okay. I thought he was gonna open the door and I'd
Where are
drop
we
the floor.
going? Is Colonel trying to get rid of us?
I don't know.
Oh, now you admit you don't know something.
There you are. I've got to undo some changes. The data flow is unstable. I need you to keep these encoders topped up. Don't let them fall to zero.
We're on it.
Alright, oh, this is new. I'm not sure exactly the right way to do this. Especially considering I don't really have any... I don't have enough to, like... I can't just drop a bunch of my own stuff because I just don't have enough right now. Actually, I think I have 0. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's going to be how this works. Hopefully this is enough to push this up to 100. Or at least close.
Colonel, what's going on here?
This controller is overheating the transistor. I was getting ready for a final surge to finish it off.
That must mean it's close to blowing. Sock it to him, Boti.
This is definitely going to be a little bit...
Yeah, that showed him.
A little bit hectic here at the end, doing this. Trying to be in like multiple places at one time. I am not a fan of these sections right here when you have these kind of floating things you have to kill, because you have to time it for the jump, and it's, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. It's not like terrible, it's just one of those things that I really wasn't a fan of. But it's not something that happens a whole lot of times. I wish I had a timer or something so I knew how much time I have. Because if I had a
Nice work,
timer,
Boti. They won't be bothering anybody again.
I could at least
Goodness for that.
kind of make sure I time things properly to make sure that I'm in the right place at the right time.
Here they come. You can take them. Here they come. You can take them. Nice work, Boti. They won't be bothering anybody again.
Thank goodness for that.
I guess I was like not quite close enough to that.
Ooh, I do love the sound that makes.
I'm hoping that like they drop some like health or something, because I'm starting to do a little badly with health sometimes when you die during like things like this, when you come back, you don't lose all of your progress, but there are other times that you do. So if it's like one of those times where I lose all of my progress, it's just going to be really kind of painful to have to go back through all of that again. Yeah, but this definitely needs like a timer or something that tells you how much time you need to do for this, because I have no idea if we're getting anywhere closer to being complete. I'm not sure if there's like a certain way that I'm supposed to do this. I just know I'm supposed to keep these as close to 100% as possible. I know it's also impossible to keep them all at 100%. I think the lack of clear direction is kind of a negative.
Ooh, I do love the sound that makes. Was that the last of them?
Alright, seems
Colonel,
like I just
are we
had to
done?
wait and
Almost
start amount of
there.
time. Get some time.
System turning off. All mods prepare for shutdown.
I feel
Not
like
now.
Colonel didn't do it correctly. I like that this guy's like an octopus. I feel like that makes sense.
Where's the exit?
Wait, we can't go. We're not finished.
I think I would think that I have an
If
octopus
the
in
user
my
turns off the power
computer
supply,
as well.
we might be dead code.
You all go. Now. I'll finish here.
System shutting down. 10,
Boti, we need to go.
I think Colonel's gonna kind of redeem himself here at the
It's
end.
done.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Looks like it's rebooting and rebuilding everything. That's pretty cool. All these guys acting like nothing has happened. But I think we fixed it.
See? I told you we needed that extra cash.
We had enough data already.
Oh yeah? Show me the log files.
Everything okay, Boti?
Hey, don't be sad. I know you deserved more recognition for everything you did, but... Huh? I don't remember this being here before.
I don't think it was, but...
It's done. It's finally done. We'll get the power we truly need. There's a brave new Byteland on the horizon. Goodbye, bells and whistles. We're almost there.
Alright, well, I guess that was it. That's it. I want to see if you can go back to play any of the stuff at the end, just because I think that's important for people to know. And yeah, it looks like it does. So once you finish the game, you can always go back to it with the continue. It looks like the last level you would have to potentially complete again. But yeah, overall, my thoughts are I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun platformer. I think some of the levels are definitely better designed than others, but none of them are what I would consider bad. They are all fun levels. The graphics are good, the game runs really well, the sound effects are nice, the voice acting is really, really good. I think the one-liners and quips of 0 and 1 get a little bit kind of redundant. It happens too often. They say the same kind of lines over and over and over again, and it gets kind of like, just stop already. But That's not something that happens like too much before, you know, you start to really wish they would stop talking. But I think overall, just this was a really fun experience. The game will probably take you somewhere between 3.5 to 4 hours, I think, to finish. I think for me, without going back through and trying to catch everything I missed, I'll be sitting somewhere close to 4 hours, and it's a good time the entire time.
See that cache? Open it! Open it!
I think that's actually a really good amount of time for the game. And I definitely think that if you are a fan of 3D platformers, I really recommend this. I think you should give it a shot. I hope you follow the link in the description to wishlist the game, or pick it up when it officially is up for sale later today, or, you know, however long it takes for YouTube to process this, we'll see. But like I said, really fun game, highly recommended, really enjoyed it. Links in the description. And always, as always, thank you for stopping by and watching.